I was the lonely kid. I was the only one who could die, yet come back to life. And what was the reason behind my resurrections? The Phantom Ruby. If it stays intact, it just revives me instantly. I don't know why. I wish I knew why. But something's keeping me in this world. Something even I can't break through. 3 months prior to the events that I will describe, I was a lonely kid. It was harsh for me to accept the fact that being alone, lost, afraid, would be my new lifestyle. I always hoped to find someone who was immortal and like me to share the feelings with, to show how much I am alike, to show love. But it's impossible without getting backlash. Even some of the adults, including Dr. Eggman, at least the one I knew, said, "Love is never forever. Just accept the fact that you'll be alone forever." And I was devastated after hearing that so many times. It's like I lost hope. It wasn't until 1.5 months until the event that I heard of someone who was always lonely, always afraid, who never experienced quite a great love. That girl was Pinkie Pie. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't Pinkie Pie always with her friends? And if you like her so much, doesn't that kind of make you a brony? Call me a brony all you want. I've had my eyes on her ever since I heard about the darker side. Yeah, her grimdark side. Yeah, I know about the alternate universe. I know every alternate universe, as a matter of fact. Isn't that kind of obvious when you've been in the multiverse for almost, how many years now? 30? 31? I'm not too sure. All I know is that I've been stuck in this universe since I was 13. Anyway, off topic. This was the most compassionate I've ever felt for anyone. Ever since I've been trapped in this universe by that monster, that haunted Sonic 3 prototype cartridge. And I knew that there would be a time where she may find out about alternate universes. If I could just stop at least one of those universes and not have her kill them, but instead find an alternate solution. Use someone who actually can't die, someone who can revive, someone who might show love for her. Someone like me. Now, you may be thinking, which version did I specifically had an eye on? Well, if you can see the image of Pink, of this depiction of Pinky here, she kind of suits me. I mean, she wears these cat ears for some reason. They're supposed to be pony ears, but something's been keeping her from showing them as pony ears. I think they're pony ears. I had made a wish two weeks prior that I would get to meet this Pinkie Pie. And I know what you're thinking. She'll never fall in love with you. She only wants her parties just to make herself happy. Boy, are you wrong. How about we fast forward to the day that I met her? One week before I had actually made this video, I was minding my own business. I was walking around Green Hill Zone, looking for Sonic, looking for my friends, and yes, looking for my version of Sage and Galarian Flareon, when I noticed someone was crying. I didn't know who it was, but it sounded so familiar. When I went over to look who it was, I saw pink hair, signs of blood, pony-like ears, a tail that was coated in blood, like something had just attacked her. And she was crying. I had realized who this was before I even noticed the details. It was her. I noticed that she had destroyed or killed something. I couldn't tell who it was because the body was too unnoticeable. And I said, "Hey, are you alright?" She stopped crying, wiped off her tears, and looked at me. Who are you? I'm Maurice. You're not from around here, are you? I stuttered on my words because I was kind of blushing at the moment, though she couldn't see. She noticed that my eye was missing. Now, before I continue, I will tell you how I lost my eye. I lost it to Starved Eggman's robot, not Furnace. One of the Furnace-designed Motobugs. It had stabbed my eye out, and it wasn't able to recover even though my powers allow regeneration. I just wanted to put a little side note there in case anyone asks, why do you have a missing eye? It was from Starved. As you can probably tell, this universe collides with many. Back to the topic at hand. She asked, "Why is your eye missing? Did something bad happen to you?" I kind of looked down and mumbled, "Yeah, something did happen." She started to notice that my power was a bit overflowing. The fluff on my chest, which is secretly the phantom ruby, because when you're up close, you can tell that it's crystallized. Not like your average fur, completely crystallized. She noticed the power. She's like, You're not from around here, are you? Even while she's sad, she has her fourth wall breaking powers. I was stuttering because she might as well know who I was. Never mind that. Let's get you somewhere safe before someone else sees you.
Why? I was having so much fun playing with this thing I found.
She was pointing towards the corpse. I still yet couldn't tell what it was, though I had some suspicions. Yeah, let's just get somewhere safe. If someone sees you, you might be in trouble.
Oh, I've learned how to get away from most of my things. Besides,
she was holding a syringe behind her back, filled with drugs, something that would knock you out instantly.
How long do you think I've been getting away with this?
I sensed it, but I wasn't able to react quick enough. I was asleep before you knew it. About 5 hours later, I found myself tied down to her operation table. Yeah, I know, we're going for this whole cupcakes routine again, but it's important. This part will be especially important. Besides, it's how she knew she couldn't do anything to me. She had finally acknowledged that I had woken up, that I was tied down. I knew that this might not end well for me at first, but it might turn into a good thing.
She says, "Hooray! You're awake! Now we can get started."
I don't even question why I'm tied down. I already know what's going to happen. But what I do question is, before you do anything that you normally do, who was it that you killed? I started to say a bit angrily, because if it was Sonic or Tails or anyone who is common in that universe, I would automatically use my power to destroy the fact that I was tied from the operation table, and I might have... Yeah, I don't need to get into detail. She says, "Oh, you mean this?" She holds up the head of one of my original crushes. It shattered me. Sage? No. It bruised me, but I knew that deep down she was just an AI, so it halfway bothered me. I was only relieved that it wasn't anyone from the universe that I was walking in. She said,
"Yeah, she was kind of tricky to catch, despite the fact that she has teleportation powers. But when I did catch her, oh boy, I realized that even though she was a robot, she had human blood, human organs, everything. She was one of the most perfect targets I could ever catch."
It was bothering me, but I had to hold back my anger, because I did not want to repeat the same mistake I had made. You're wondering what the same mistake I made was. I had destroyed a Sonic universe not too long ago. Okay, maybe a year ago, but it's not that long. I I was devastated at the fact that I had destroyed a universe that wasn't even linked to the original timeline. Yet the Phantom Ruby told me if it was Sonic, if Sonic was still within his body by the time that happened, no one would have made it anyway. But you are the key. You can protect every multiverse. Sonic would have destroyed them all. I bowed my head and basically gave up at that point. She said,
We don't have time for sad faces. Let's put a smile on it.
she had gotten the scalp out. She wasn't going to use it to scalp out any cutie marks or whatever, but she was going to. Wow, I can't even bear to say this. She was going to begin to. I felt the tremendous pain in my arm. She wasn't scalping out anything, she was using it to cut around my hand's bone. She was going to cut off my hand for the first round.
Oh, you should know that you're powerful. Why not regenerate a new one?
This teasing me was not going well. It hurt like hell, but I didn't care. I knew it would end soon. My hand had fallen off after 15 minutes of hard work. She took off the glove, of course, because she wanted clothes for later, for her supposed model.
You won't need that glove anyway. It's going to look good on your dead body.
Next, she took off my eye patch. I was not okay with that, but I resisted. I did not release any bit of anger. She kind of hurt my already scarred eye. She went at it with a real knife. She slit it, she stabbed it, she did whatever you could do while keeping you alive. It hurt. And I even cried for my other eye, to where my only other eye was crying blood. It was horrific.
Wow, you're a tough one. Usually, and it's been longer than what Dashi has gone through.
I was stunned. Longer? I exclaimed.
Yeah, longer. Usually you would have fainted or you would have passed out or something. Tell me, how do you do it?
I decided not to answer that question, but instead answered something else. You know why they call it hacksaw, Pinky? Her eyes opened wide. Her irises turned small. You couldn't even see her pupil.
What?
You know why they call it a hacksaw? Yes, I know, like, if you were to cut off the wing, you said that the knife would have been hacking. But a hacksaw is not as slow taking as the knife. The knife had you take forever. The hacksaw made things quicker, probably even quicker than the axe. She pondered on that thought for a moment. She was like,
Wow. You act like as if you know me. No, it doesn't matter. They all die in the end. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up.
I was stunned. She was going to open my chest.
Let's see how long this lasts without anything to numb that pain.
Even my pupils were unable to be seen at that point. She was so shocked, she just wanted to get it over with already. So, she cut a line, probably to my belly button. I wasn't too sure. Made sideway lines on each side, on each end of the slit. She opened up my chest.
I really don't want to hear you talking unless you're really going to make sense. So,
She grabbed my abdomen. It hurt. Ugh. Ugh.
why do you act as if you love me?
I didn't want to answer. Even though I was in pain, I still admired her work. She went through each organ quickly, and when the last few were my heart and my lungs. Just before she went for the heart, all my organs regenerated. She was confused as heck.
No creature's been able to do that before. What are you?
She questioned.
I'm just the guy
who is always alone, always afraid. No one actually truly cares for me. I started to cry. Not even that idiot who trapped me in the multiverse. If he did, he wouldn't have made me suffer as a Sonic who destroyed his own dimension. She dropped her scalp that would have helped her cut out the organs. She was devastated. She knew I had regeneration power. She knew I could come back to life. She knew the truth. Nothing but the truth.
Oh my god. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I answered because I didn't want it to be obvious. I just couldn't hold it back anymore. I had to admit my true feelings. I had to tell her, I love you, Pinky. Even though we had just met, she got on her knees. She started crying again. My hand grew back after that, which was thankfully the most important thing I needed. I numbed I destroyed the operation table, and I got on the floor with her, on my knees of course, and I hugged her. I don't want to be alone. I know you don't either. No matter what, I just want us to be together. And here is where I broke the fourth wall with it. Even if my community doesn't agree with me. I love you, Pinky. Will you be my girlfriend? She got up from the floor, took my hands, helped me up, and she said,
Yes. Yes. I will.
It wasn't until today that it took me the courage to talk about this. The conclusion is me and Pinky are together now. It took her a while to get used to not doing the things she did before. But I let her have her way every so often. It's once a month, but hey, she learned so quickly that I altered her reality. She's going to be with me forever. Now, I know one fan doesn't prefer this kind of relationship, but I don't actually care about what others think. It's what I put in for effort that matters.
Hun.
Oh, what is it, Pinky?
Isn't it dinner night?
Oh, great, I forgot. This video will have been released by mostly afternoon, but I'm recording this in the evening. I hope you guys have a great time. If you want, like, subscribe, enable notifications so you don't miss a video from me or Pinky, or even Galarian Flareon. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.